Hey guys, what's going on? Shogun here, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different than my normal videos where I go over guides and stuff like that. One of the things that I want to come and talk to you a little bit about today is the current state of the North American Fate Grand Order servers. And with us coming up on the 1 year anniversary, there's been a lot of concerns with how the North American servers are handled. Talking to people like Lord Ashura from Reddit and some of the other threads that I have seen going on, there are a lot of complaints, and they are a lot of the things that I feel echo very closely to how I am feeling the about the state of Aniplex NA and DW and the translation team and the communication and the quality of life. And there's just so many things that I feel, as well as the community feels like Aniplex NA is just really dropping the ball on. Let's start off with communication. What kind of transparency do we even have into the thought process or anything that goes on behind the scenes on the NA servers? Whenever we ask anything at conventions, which is the only time that we actually get to ask anything, we get very vague answers of, it's coming, or maybe, or, well, we'll have to go back and ask. The PR team, they are very lackluster at PR. Let's take their last stream, for example. Not only that, but how many streams have we actually had in the year that this game has been in NA? The first stream that we had was actually not too terrible, but the last stream that we had was literally nothing but a joke. I don't know anyone who watched that who walked away from it going, you know what, this was a good stream. Literally, my Discord had a voice channel going, and none of us could believe what we were seeing. I almost felt insulted during that stream because I felt like they were just making a giant joke out of the North America community. So besides that, we never got an answer on why they moved the America banners. We never, not that I was expecting one. It was kind of reasonable to move them up, but it would have been nice to know. One of the things that I always complain about is not knowing ahead of time. And people say, oh, but Shogun, just look at the JP schedule. Well, we're not always going by the JP schedule. And that's very evident. With the Journey to the West event, we actually got an okay amount of advance notice, but with that came yet another Facebook post that just amped up the amount of likes and shares that you need to get a measly 3 Saint Quartz. Now, if you take a look at some of the bonuses, the free quartz, the perks that other servers have gotten, the Taiwan server, the Korea server, the China server, the JP server, they are so far ahead of us in terms of apples, quartz, tickets, and just servants in general, that it is such a slap in the face for potentially a huge market of people that they are just taking for granted. I mean, what's next? Hey guys, if this video gets 10,000 likes, we'll give you 1.5 Saint Quartz. That is the most sleazy advertising to get, what, 3 Saint Quartz? 1 spin? Like, oh, here, let me just slap you in the face for, basically doing our job for us. One of the other things, too, is, like, they know what the schedule is. Like, there is no way that they, as a North American branch, do not know the roadmap for that. Just tell us. They screwed us out of servants when they put the paid gacha on Thanksgiving. Potentially they're going to screw us out of servants when they put the paid gacha out this time. And you might be like, oh well, shotgun Shogun, beggars can't be choosers, at least you get a paid gacha. But the thing is we're not actually getting the JP experience from a port. They say, oh hey, we want you to have the JP experience, but where's my Karna Arjuna banner? Where's my Heaven's Feel CEs? Where's, my extra chances at Skahath? Like, you can't take limited servants and just go, whatever, and then expect to say, hey, you guys are getting the JP treatment, because we're not. We don't have nearly as many perks. We don't have as many apples. Every other server that this game is running on already has quality of life. So where is ours? I know that I put out a stream not too long ago saying, hey, we might get this for the 1 year anniversary, but almost all of these other servers already have it. So why not just give it to us? If you are just going to sit there and wait until a big convention, oh, I'm going to AX, we need something to talk about here, that is so sleazy. Like, when you're at a convention, don't announce big things, because here's one of the bad things about that is, one, unless you are live streaming that is a gatekeeper to people who do not have the time or the money or the distance to travel to the convention that you're going to be at. When they were at ASEN, I actually half considered just getting in the car, driving to ASEN, just so I could be at that panel. But I didn't want to spend the money to do that just for an FGO panel. I didn't have a hotel, so I would have had to get a hotel last minute. But that's the thing, is if you can't stream these, do not put out announcements there. And you should be streaming all of them. I don't know what, even if you have to record it and put it up afterwards, the Fate Grand Order community needs to know what you guys are thinking, because right now we don't. You have speculations from people who are putting their opinions out on Reddit. You have people like me who are speculating on things on YouTube, but you can't rely on people who don't know. So not knowing anything is terrible, because yeah, we have Journey to the West, but we should have Skahath banner next, but are we going to? Who knows? It's really, really hard, especially as a free-to-play player, to save when you don't know what's coming and you don't know what to spend your quartz on. Not only that, but like I said, other servers are getting more apples to keep up. They're getting more quartz because people are lagging behind. They're getting more summon tickets. The gacha rates in this game are some of the worst in the industry, and the amount of resources you get to pull servants is an absolute joke compared to other gacha games that I have played. And the thing is it's like, what would giving out 12 Saint Quartz for a new event do? Is that really, really going to hurt the bottom line? Because people like me, Toho Sniper, Razor Ninjas, a Seal, we're all going to go and whale on that. It doesn't matter if you give me 12 quartz or you give me 30 quartz. Chances are that whales are going to whale, man. Not only that, but if you give out better perks, you bring more people into the game, because the barrier for entry is a lot lower, because they have more resources to spend. And if you have more resources to spend, you might be more apt to spend money on those resources because you are more invested in your account because you have a better account. But really, a lot of this just boils down to communication, and we don't get much of that. Now, I understand that the localization team, the PR team, they're probably not the biggest. I believe I've heard in the past that the localization team was only 3 people, and they weren't planning on increasing the amount of people on that. Well, if that's the case, then why not collab with content creators to get your streams out there? Because who knows the game better? There are a lot of options that Aniplex and DW can do, and they are not utilizing on this, because building that relationship with the community is something very, very important that I, as well as a lot of other people, feel that they are just overlooking, and they're going to really start burning their bridges, because I personally know a lot of players that have gotten burnt out on the game. They saved since day one and weren't able to get the servant that they wanted, so that really just kind of crushed the game for them. Or they were like, hey, if I play this other game, they literally just throw resources at me. Yeah, I might not be able to roll what I want, but at least I'm rolling more often. But I know that they don't want to completely change the game. Like, I don't want them to completely change the game. I just want them to maybe talk to the community. One of the things that when I was looking through the events, they actually had in JP, they had questionnaires of, how do you feel about the game? How are things going? Here's some Saint Courts for your opinion. They could do that, and people would write college level dissertations about how they can help, how they can do things better, but they don't. And by not doing that, it makes people feel like they just do not care about you or this game. Like, when they don't reach out to the community at all, and they just keep constantly putting out more and more Facebook things of, oh, we need 17,000 likes this time, or you don't get your 3 Saint Courts. Oh, we need 20,000 this time, or you're not getting your measly one spin that's just gonna be a mana prism anyways. It really just feels like all they care about is the money, and they're gonna just milk this until it really, really just rubs people the wrong way, and then they're gonna be like, oh, we're sorry, why don't you just come back here, we'll give you 12 Saint Quartz this time, just come back. And then they're gonna just go back to what they were doing, because, I forget where I read it, but somebody was calculating the amount that Aniplex would have to pay to promote a Facebook post via Facebook ads and get the same traction that they would from like 17,000 likes. And it was something insanely ridiculous, to the point where they could just give everybody like a free 30 spin and still be fine in terms of ad revenue. So it's like, we're doing their dirty work for them, and we're getting 3 Saint Quartz. Like, that is just a slap in the face. I'm gonna do it anyways because I want 3 Saint Quartz. And people say, well, be happy that you've got something. No, if you care about me as a customer, as somebody who is consuming your media, then do me a solid and keep me around. If you're just going to, treat me like a dog and leave me outside in the snow, guess what? I'm not going to be the most friendly thing in the world, and eventually I'm going to run away to another game that does treat me like somebody that they care about. Now, it's tough because I love the Fate universe. I love this game, but you can only be ignored for so long. And I think that with the 1-year anniversary that is coming up, this is the perfect time to reach out and tell them, hey, we need next year to be better, man. Like, you guys gotta step your game up and show us that you care about us. And how you can do that is write Aniplex. There is literally a section in your menu where you can send them feedback, email them, make comments on their Facebook posts, send them over to Reddit. I've seen one or two other threads, but really they need to come to the table and talk to the community, because right now, I'm sorry, but if you have 1.5 live streams over the course of an entire year, that just doesn't seem right to me. I have 2 live streams in a week, and I probably I absolutely talk about more than they did with Learning with Mari. And that's not her fault. I'm sure that she was just brought in as a way to go, oh, hey guys, look at this interesting person that we brought in. It didn't work, and it fell really flat, and they had wrong information. They weren't in touch with the community that they're trying to be PR for. And I think that is a huge thing. Like, it's like that meme where it's like, oh, why, yes, hello, fellow young millennials. I sure do like some avocado toast and some Tide Pods, with the old guy with the skateboard. That's what it feels like, because even if they do play FGO, they're not listening to the community. They don't know anything about the memes. They literally are memes now. Come on, be elegant. Best CE on support EMEA. Like, it was just such a train wreck, and they literally should have just stopped it. But the thing is they need to have, I would expect monthly live streams, just to touch base and go, hey guys, by the way, this is what's coming up this month, so be prepared. We don't have exact dates, but we can tell you that you are going to get this banner, and you're going to get this banner, and you're going to get that banner, and we're going to be dropping these events if everything goes the way that we are planning. Literally, if they just came on a stream and did that, people would be ecstatic. They'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I know that Shisho's coming. I know that Raiku's coming. I know that this is coming. I can plan out what I am going to do. Because if I would have known ahead of time the exact dates for Da Vinci, I would have taken off work. But when you tell me days before the event, I can't do that. I want to grind your event. I want to eat rainbow apples. I want to be that dude that literally called off work to play a mobile game with historical waifus who have no clothes on. I want to be that guy, and you're not giving me that opportunity. The fact that you barricade question and answer sessions to nothing but conventions, again, that is completely BS. I have questions. Why do I not have a public forum where I can go, hey guys, here's my concerns. How do you feel about addressing these? Why not have that on a live stream? Why not have some predefined, why not go to Reddit, ask them for a list of questions, and then have a live stream once a month where you just answer those questions and you give us real answers, not just, haha, don't worry about it. Because that's not an answer. That's not. And you have to know, you absolutely have to know what the upcoming paid gacha looks like. Like, it would blow my mind if this massive of an undertaking isn't completely mapped out 6 months ahead of time. I know things that are smaller than this that are mapped out a year plus in advance. Like, you can't tell me that they don't know. All they would need to say is, yes, these will be in the gacha. And to address like some other things, I hear a lot of times when the localization teams asked a question, they're like, oh, well, we'll have to go back and talk to the people over at JPDW about that. You cannot tell me that there is not some council of people that are in charge of the NA branch of this game. And if that's the case, then are they just willfully ignorant of what's going on, or do they just not care? Like, if they don't care and they just want this to be a cash cow, then just tell me that. I mean, I'm still going to play it, but I would much rather know that they don't care than me just like sitting there waiting for my dad to come back because he told me he was just running to the store. So yeah, I've got a lot more feelings on this. It bothers me that like the Taiwan servers are just so far ahead of us. They're in terms of resources, in terms of like events. I'm not saying that I want the game to be sped up to like Korean levels of gameplay, but why not give us a half AP week during Ibaraki? We literally had nothing else. It would have helped us get further ahead. It would have helped us catch up. It would have been great because, okay, cool, your servants are not high enough level to beat 3 BP. Here's half AP hands, man. Level up your servants, beat 3 BP, we're good. But they didn't. As much as I do very much like breaks, it's rough because, I mean, we have so much stuff that they can put in and they just don't. I mean, we're ahead of, we didn't get any of the stuff for a lot of just the small events that were completely missed in the JP version versus the NA version. There's all kinds of stuff that it's like, oh, it would have been real nice to get 10 apples or, 5 summon tickets. Granted, I had to burn through all of them and got a bunch of mana prisms, but, it would have been nice. This would have been nice. Having extra like I said, having extra apples, resources, stuff like that. I feel like we're missing a lot of it, and it is very bothersome. And I have been talking for entirely too long and ranting, but I have so much more stuff that I could rant about, and I know I've talked about pretty much the same stuff over and over again, but yeah, if you guys want to help, I will leave a link down to the 2 Reddit threads that I know of that are currently going on. Sound off in there, man. Like, let Aniplex know if you have concerns, and also let me know down in my comments. If we get a bunch of comments in here, I will literally email the link to this video and I'll go, look, dude, we've got a ton of comments here. We've got a ton of people in the community that think that you just need to do better. Anyways, guys, I am going to just end this because I have been ranting and I need to go take a walk. But I am the Shotgun Shogun, guys, and I just want to say, like, I appreciate every like that you guys have given me, and I will catch you next time. Peace.